The astonishing work of a man who was arguably the most influential and provocative designer of his generation, this is the most popular fashion exhibition of all time.
Come into one of the busiest rooms of the exhibition. I just can't imagine what it's going to be like when it's open to the public, because it's just the press preview and there's already so many people in here.
Whether or not you're lucky enough to bag yourself a ticket, here are 5 things you need to know about Alexander McQueen. His collections often reflected paradoxical relationships, life and death, lightness and darkness, strength and fragility, melancholy and beauty.
So this razor clam shell dress here, that's from the Voss collection, is a really good example of how Alexander McQueen took very kind of mundane objects, things that you'd find on the beach just lying there, and really elevated them to look incredibly beautiful.
He was a superior tailor, having started out working on Savile Row, and he had an instinct and a talent for working with fabric that is still legendary.
So you might not be able to tell from the mannequin immediately, but these famous bumpster trousers are really, really low, and they were incredibly provocative, but at the same time, it showed his skills again as a tailor, as someone who could cut these trousers so that they sat just so to reveal, the bum.
McQueen had an obsession with the natural world, using bones and tusks, feathers, shells and horns, amalgamating them with the human form to produce unsettling visions of femininity.
A lot of the pieces that we see here really express tension and a hidden meaning, but they are made in such a beautiful way, they become palatable and acceptable and really resonate with the viewer. They're beautiful to look at, yet there is such a strong hidden message, that really strikes you.
So these are all pieces from the really famous Highland Rape collection in 1995, where McQueen was really exploring, kind of the darkness of his English and Scottish identity, and he kind of explored this in this really visceral and violent way.
He had a complete vision of what a fashion show can do, with sophisticated narrative structures underpinning his work and a desire to challenge his audience.
When I saw this show, I was actually sweating, and so we went backstage as well, and I briefly, very, very briefly interviewed him, and it was my one and only kind of real interaction with him. But it was an incredible experience for me as a fashion journalist.
To me, McQueen really is an artist that just happens to use fabric as his canvas of expression. What you sense with McQueen is that there was zero compromise to his creative vision.
Alexander McQueen's Savage Beauty is on at the V&A until August the 2nd.